So, I here with Dale Chan, Ram Logan. And I want you all to listen to what Mr. Ram Logan have to say. I was shocked to know that he took his son to Kunupia police station, and up to now they cannot deal with this matter. I'm not going to let him call his son name because his son is underage, but he will tell Trinidad and Tobago what has been taking place with his son by his uncle, which is his brother. And where also
my wife, sister, husband.
Your wife, sister, husband. Mr. Tell Trinidad and Tobago what happened to your son.
Hello, good morning. My name is Dale Chan. I'm a proud father of 3 children. On the 28th of May, my big son came out and told his mother what his uncle was doing to him for the past 3 years. Mother took him immediately to the Kunupia police station where she made a report. She was given a receipt and told that child special victim unit will contact her next week. We went to Chagona's police station. Nothing having been done. Up to this day, nothing having been done. Not a police came to the house. The perpetrator lives like 1 foot apart from the 3 children. Up to now, no police ever came. A month and more now, not a single representative from the TTPS has came. Nobody. Only 1 representative from Children's Authority came. Up to now, nothing having been done. Nothing for this child. No justice for this child. That's because this was taking place in a government office. In the office of a government member, an MP. Just because it was taking place at that location, that place, nothing having been done. Officers have been thanked to stole down. Please, any parent in this country, as a citizen of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, as a civilian, as a citizen, I'm asking the public, anybody, please, lawyers, anybody, help us. Why this child cannot get justice? Why? Please, anybody in this Trinidad. I'm a parent, I'm appealing to the population. Please help us. We want justice for our child. We want to make sure no other child in this country has to go through this. Please help us, anybody. All parents, please.
Trinidad and Tobago, this guy reached out to me with his wife and his son. And I could tell his son crying in front of me. I don't want to put his son on this video because he's underage. But Trinidad and Tobago, something is definitely wrong, and I'm going to take him right now to the TTPS headquarters. Because if he report this to Kunupia police station and nothing has been done, and look, you have the receipt. You have the receipt?
I have a receipt here stating the report was made on the 28th of May at the Kunupia police station. Up to now, no, we don't have a lawyer to go with us to see the procedures and make sure it was done properly and correct. Alright? We went to Mounto, they did an examination on the child. We went to Gasparilla police station for 2 days, 4 hours by 3 hours, interview with this child. Not up to
a male, someone that it is alleged working in one of the MP's office. Now, we're using the word alleged because we didn't really get the facts as yet, but the fact that it is on social media, it is enough to raise some concern, because you see these things when it happened to children and big people going after little children for their sexual pleasures. Now, only I keep using the word alleged because we didn't get the whole facts of the matter yet. You understand? I have a problem with that. I have a serious problem with that, because we as adults, we're supposed to be able to protect our own, right? And I mean to say, it have the untimely moments where, people will use, they will use the methods and the technique on the vulnerable ones, and get them to do ungodly things. And I want to see what the government of the day, seeing that it is alleged that this whole situation, blessed night, Mr. Wint, involves somebody that working with the government. I hope they do not sweep that under the carpet. I hope they bring that to light. Hi, Chatter, pleasant good night. Come up one time, my brother. I hope the government do everything in their power to give that family justice, because I see the video, the father crying and the father explaining what would have taken place. And I, in mainline, I would like to know who's that person. I believe in calling name, pointing up picture and things, because people like that, you have to shame them. You understand? If all what that gentleman is saying is true, everything has to come out in the open, because you have to shame them. We have to protect the young ones. You understand? We have to protect our young ones. And I want to hear all your thoughts on this whole situation, because I know you all would have seen this video. It's all over social media. The father would have said he went in various police stations and make reports, and nothing was done. So this is what we reached to in Trinidad and Tobago. Tell me in the comment section, how much of all you would have seen this video? Now I dive straight into it. I ain't even pray. Normally I will usually pray, but you see something like this, it does really, really get to me. Because a child is so innocent. That child is so innocent. And I was hoping to get Mr. Eversley. Let me see if I can send him let me see if I can send Mr. Eversley the link. Let me see if I could send him the link so he could join.
Hey, she love the follow. It's that shaded.
What's the max price does?
200,000, nothing.
I know class up at 100,000 there.
Trinidad and Tobago, I here with Dale Chan, Ram Logan. And I want you all to listen to what Mr. Ram Logan have to say. I was shocked to know that he took his son I here with Dale Chan, Ram Logan. And I want you all to listen to what Mr. Ram Logan have to say. I was shocked to know that he took his son to Kunupia police station, and up to now they cannot deal with this matter. I'm not going to let him call his son name, because his son is underage. But he will tell Trinidad and Tobago what has been taking place with his son by his uncle, which is his brother. And where also
My wife, sister, husband.
your wife's sister husband, Mr. Tell Trinidad and Tobago what happened to your son.
Hello, good morning. My name is Deocha Amugan. I'm a proud father of 3 children. On the 28th of May, my big son came out and told his mother what his uncle was doing to him for the past 3 years. Mother took him immediately to the Kunubia police station where she made a report. She was given a receipt and told that child special victim unit will contact her next week. We went to Chagona's police station. Nothing having been done. Up to this day, nothing having been done. Not a police came to the house. The perpetrator lives like 1 foot apart from the 3 children. Up to now, no police ever came. A month and more now, not a single representative from the TTPS has came. Nobody. Only 1 representative from Children's Authority came. Up to now, nothing haven't been done. Nothing. So this child, no justice for this child. That's because this was taking place in a government office. In the office of a government member, an MP. Just because it was taking place at that location, that place, nothing having been done. Officers have been thanked to stole down. Please, any parent in this country, as a citizen of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, as a civilian, as a citizen, I'm asking the public, anybody, please, lawyers, anybody, help us. Why this child cannot get justice? Why? Please, anybody in this Trinidad, I'm a parent, I'm appealing to the population, please help us. We want justice for our child. We want to make sure no other child in this country has to go through this. Please help us, anybody, all parents, please.
Trinidad and Tobago, this guy reached out to me with his wife and his son. And I could tell you his son crying in front of me. I don't want to put his son on this video because he's underage. But Trinidad and Tobago, something is definitely wrong, and I'm going to take him right now to the TTPS headquarters. Because if he report this to Kunupia police station and nothing has been done, and look, you have the receipt. You have the receipt?
I have a receipt here stating the report was made on the 28th of May at the Kunupia police station. Up to now, no, we don't even have a lawyer to go with us to see the procedures and make sure it was done properly and correct. Alright? We went to Mounto, they did our examination on the child. We went to Gasparilla police station for 2 days, 4 hours by 3 hours interview with this child. Not up to
Yes. Right? So it's almost 2 or 3 months. And no, not even Child Protection Unit, not even CID, not even nobody and take up that and start to investigate that. Because why? The background of the gentleman? Or who is he's affiliated with? Nobody is above the law. Nobody is above the law. And we clearly see that in Trinidad and Tobago. Because it have people who ain't break the law. They just talk out a time in and they in behind bars study. It have people who lock up on alleged hearsay and they lock up. Well, Angela Joseph, it is alleged. It is alleged. I don't know. We didn't get the whole story yet, but I really do hope that whole story come out in the open. Right? I want to hear all your thoughts on it. So let me pleasant good night, everyone, again, and welcome. So, Trini Jones, let me hear your contribution on that whole situation, because I'm sure you would have heard seen the video.
Good night, everybody. Welcome. Guys, that is a real heartbreaking story. It could be any parent. But what is even more sad is to witness that our protective services has failed to protect us. You can't tell me a situation like that happened since May. We in August. That child has not been removed from the house or being placed in somewhere safer. The matter has not been addressed in any way. I believe that the community breakdown has a role to play. Because if it's just he and his wife trying to find justice for that child, and all the neighbors are wrong, knowing what's going on, and does nothing about it, then they are supporting the perpetrator. Long ago, a
Exactly.
village used to raise a child. Now we have to protect your child from the village. While you're understanding where it's going, we
Yeah,
can't
boy.
expect to go forward if we keep looking backward.
Yeah.
This is a sickness. This is not normal, people. It's not normal. Today is that little boy. Tomorrow it could be anybody else's child.
Yeah.
Are we going to stay quiet? Is our protective services caught up in political witch hunt and cannot give us the service we need as citizens? Because they have police to send down and arrest Alyssa. One little girl, and maybe about 30 of them, they have police to send in Hadid house.
Yeah.
They have police to do everything except to serve the country.
Mm-hmm.
So then why the taxpayers paying them? If it is only on a political witch hunt and only have time to carry out these things, let the minister pay only from all their pocket, leave the taxpayers' money where we could pay people to deliver the service we need. Because if it have nobody to turn to, who only want the citizens to turn to? I don't know. I can't even start to think how them parents feeling. And sadly, Trinidad and Tobago do not have the support that child need, because it's not only physical therapy. You would need mental and emotional management. That child is a broken child. And he's just one. We don't know how much other parents shame to come out and ask for help. And this thing going on to the child. We as a nation, we cannot accept that. Because look at things. Trinidad and Tobago has moved away from their morality and their principles. Things that long ago society used to frown upon, now we accept it. And that is because people normalize the wrong. Is this
Yeah.
another wrong that we're going to normalize? Are we going to stay quiet and accept this? What are we going to do? It is unacceptable. We as a people need to stand up and refuse it.
Yeah.
We need to. So guys, that is just my input. And thanks for hearing me out.
Thank you, Trin Tunes. I anticipate the outcome of this, because nobody is above the law. Something like that, you understand? The father said he would have went to numerous stations and make reports, and nobody had taken them on. That not looking good. What's going on in Trinidad and Tobago? What happened to human rights? So what? We don't protect children anymore. Long time you would hear they say the law is for children, women, and animals, and they would say man last. So what happened? So what happened here now? What happened in here? So children don't have rights again then? Children don't have rights again because it's an adult, It's an adult that take advantage on a child,
Good evening, everybody.
Hi, Chan. Chan, you can mute your mic a little bit, please, honey. Thank you, baby. All right, so Mr. Xavier, I want to hear your thoughts on that.
Good night, Candace. Good night, Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. Candace, first of all, let me say commiseration to the gentleman from the Ministry of Works. I was just reading on Facebook that they found his body in their repo. So I want to say condolences to the family and friends. Pardon?
to the family and friends. We're talking
Hello?
about, yeah, you hearing me?
Uh-huh.
Mr. Xavier? You hearing me?
Yes, are you hearing me? Yeah.
Right. So we're talking on the issue, we're talking on the issue with the where the father came out and cried out for help with the situation
No,
with his son.
I know. I just wanted to take the opportunity to say on a separate thing, condolences to the gentleman who lost his life
right.
today in the Ministry of Work, who was missing, and they found his body in Arima today. So I just wanted to say that separately. Candice, this whole thing is a really serious situation, Candice, because you see the thing about it, Candice. I want to ask because this was taking place in an MP office based on the allegations that we heard, right? This was taking place in an MP office. So I want to find out who really and truly was involved in this. If the head of the government is also cognizant of these allegations, and what will be the outcome of these allegations, Candice? As a matter of fact, I think.
Hear me. Sorry to cut you across. Why is you're making a contribution? I'm gonna send the link to the gentleman. He now messaged me here. He said he can't find me on TikTok. So you go ahead. Let me try to send you a link to him. Go ahead.
Right, no problem. No problem. This is a serious allegation. And what we are saying in this country, those on the yellow would have accused, would have gone in, used parliament privilege to talk about where pedophile and so on and these kind of craziness was happening within other political institutions. But we see it was happening under your nose. Are you going to come out and you are going to denounce this? Are you going to have some serious investigation where this is concerned? We have a man who handing out PDO like water. Yeah. I think we deserve to get this individual, if these allegations are true, and we get to the bottom of this, based on the words of the Attorney General, Tetron should await. This is very serious, Candice. This is very, 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 very serious. This is a prime minister. If these allegations are true, a prime minister who says she loves the children and she loves and she loves and she loves. So if you love, you have an opportunity now to prove your love.
Yeah.
You have an opportunity now to prove your love. We should not condone this type of sexual, licentious behavior, Candice. We should not promote this type of licentious behavior with amongst our vulnerable children. We should not. This cannot be condoned. Big goatee, small goatee. Based on the words of the Attorney General, big goatee, small goatee. Once you find yourself in something like this, you should be brought before the court of law. I am not condoning this, and I want to see if Trinidad and Tobago are going to sit down and accept this and remain silent if these allegations are true, Candice. I am ready to walk, Candice, to support that young man, to get justice for that young man. You see, I wasn't coming on no social media and putting my face in no Candice, but if I have to come up now and let the world know who Xavier is, I'm willing to get justice for that young man. And I want to say, Wendell Eversley, all God's blessings. And you have proven time and time again that you have the testicular fortitude to fight the sadisticness in this country. Because we know the kind of people you're dealing with. And you still walk the walk. You don't talk, you just walk the walk. And I want to say hats off to you. I want to eulogize you tonight. And I also want to say that all the ancestors to protect you as you continue to fight this fight. Wherever you are. Be strong, brother. Be strong. Now my contribution, Candice.
Before I go to the next speaker, I send the link to Mr. Eversley, and he's saying that he's not getting him. So it's as if they're blocking him. They're blocking people from coming up on the live. I don't understand why. I don't understand what's going on. I really don't understand what's going on. Because I would have sent him the link more than once. So, Chatter, let me hear your contribution whilst I try to get him, whilst I try to get Mr. Eversley again.
Yeah, Candice, good night to you. Good night to Mr. Workers' Rights. Good night to everybody on the panel. Trinity, Xavier, Trinitones, my Mr. Michael, and Sharon Felix. Candice, right? Trinidad and Tobago, we need to protect our children, Candice. And when you're seeing these things are happening to our children, just like the rest of the children who was murdered and thrown on the wayside and just sweep under the rug, Trinidad and Tobago is losing faith in the police service, Candice. Because when you see that how the father came out and said that how he make numerous reports to police and they're just brushing the man off, Candice, and this is a serious allegation against somebody who is working for the government who is in power right now, Candice. You understand? And because the person is working for a certain MP, that is the reason why the police are dragging their foot and turning a blind eye against the situation, Candice. This is a little boy who was being sexually assaulted, Candice. And is a boy by a big grown man who is sexually assaulting a child. And the police service is turning a blind eye against this situation. Right? And where is the same force what they bring out for Alyssa Phillip when she came out to all her peaceful protests, when Special Branch and Riot Squad and all of them come out? Where is that same force for this little child? Candice, where is the same response from the police service when Alyssa Phillip and them came out for a peaceful protest? Where is that same response? You understand? Exactly. And Roger Alexander is coming up now and saying, no, this is not political. This is not political, but all you're using the police service as a tool, Candice. And all you're not serving and protecting, like the police service is no longer serving and protecting, they're just serving and protecting the UNC government by whatever needs and whatever wants they want. You understand? This UNC government, Candice, I always say, Candice, is the worst thing I ever see pass through Trinidad and Tobago. When you could have a person working for a minister and raping little boys and nothing is being done about it, Candice. You understand? That is very scary, Candice. That is very scary. And just like what Trinitones said, how much more children, little children is out there who's being molested and their parents is being threatened or they're just embarrassed to come out to speak about it, Candice. It's time for us enough, Candice, for people to say enough is enough. Now, Candice, look how much things are going on in the country, Candice, with this UNC government. Now our children is being paid and paying the price for it now, Candice. Our children is passing into it. And it's just like what Mr. Michael said, Candice, and all that we did laugh, but it's a set of bullets in the UNC government. And it's them who taking advantage of the little children and them, Candice. That's my contribution there.
All right, so Mr. Michael, pleasant good night. I would like to hear a contribution on that situation. Michael? Mr. Michael? All right, so Mr. Michael is apparently he's busy at the moment. Sean Felix, pleasant good night, darling.
Evening, everybody.
Hey.
Well, I was taken aback when I saw this story. And I was also speaking to Dale the Voice, who told me he's going to do an interview with the father. I get confused because I say, no, this couldn't happen in a MP's office. And nobody don't know anything and heard anything. Listen, you are raping a young child. That's pain, Candice. So wait, you muzzle this child mouth so nobody wasn't, or is it happening after hours? And then again, we going back again to the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. A report is made you're supposed to follow up on the report. So if the child said he was being molested by an individual, what's the process? Children's Authority should get involved. The child should be taken for medical examination. And then from there, the story will unravel. But if you ignore a report like that, in this Trinidad and Tobago, where my friend, signing PDOs left, right, and center, and something as important as this. Now, I had to say to I hope the Commissioner of Police is going to deal with this specifically, because a report was made to 3 police stations, and none of them found it fit to take up lead to do an investigation and follow up to find out what really transpired. So when according to Chatter, when the remark is made, they mustn't get vexed. Now, I want to hear what the political leader of the UNC is going to come out and say, because all your bumper polygon and talk about pedophiles in the PNM and this and that, and who drug lord this and who do and who ain't do and wherever. But I hope the same remedy that they're looking for the cold and the fever, I hope that it didn't have to be extended to some of them. They want to give people remedy for cold and fever, and I hope they know the same remedy will be used on them. Because I'm waiting to hear an investigation going to be started, and the person whose name or who is involved in it, is it that the person want to stay in the position they're in now? And I hope that while we're going through this whole situation, that no other young child or boy should come up again to say that that particular individual interfere with them too.
Whoa.
So I hope this is not a can for Trinidad and Tobago's sake. I hope it's not a can of worms that is just being opened in this country. Listen to me and listen to me well. Big people must know their place in certain places,
Yep.
And I hope people understand what I just said. Because I heard Jack Warner some years ago say some things, and sometimes it does make me cringe, because I want to wonder or make sure what he's saying maybe wasn't the truth, but like sometimes I just have to wink twice, 3 times to understand and feel like it's still going on. So I am just saying tonight, I hope that the police service, under our Commissioner of Police, what's his name? Guerrero?
Mr. Guerrero.
I hope this is a urgent matter that he has to deal with.
Yeah.
I hope this is an urgent matter that is going to be dealt with. And I hope, and for others like Skippy and others who put it up, I hope they could put up this story too. Because they like to talk about this one in the PNM and that one. I hope there's a story they'll put up and follow to the end. I really hope so. Now, to be very honest, to the MP, he doesn't have to know nothing like that was going on in his office.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to know, because remember, he's not in the office every day.
Okay, yeah.
And then we had to find out, but what is the time frame in which these things was happening? Is it that the child was coming from school and going to meet the uncle there to go home? You see this place? Candace, we have to pray. Plenty prayers. But I don't want to act, no, I'm coming off for a little while, but I don't want to change the thing. Some people must learn to know when to hush their damn mouth. That is all I had to say. And I'm leaving it right there, I'm gone. All right, here, no, but I'm giving somebody else a chance.
All right. You can answer your contribution. Mr. Focus first, pleasant good night. I'd like to hear your contribution on this situation. focus first. All right. No, I
Focus
would.
first.
Mr. Jeffrey.
Well, I like to give my name about focus first, but I don't know the profile that I take. I was now talking to Wendell Levesley there, and he say he have a little difficulty in coming up on the program because I don't know. I can't say I don't check your profile. Probably I might have blocked him because that's somebody.
No.
Check your block list now.
No, I did not. I would never. I will not block Mr. Eversley. I will not block Mr. Eversley.
I am not saying that you do it intentionally, but it have sometimes things are sent to happen. I would have never blocked anybody, but when I check my list, it has sometimes it has happened. I never say you do it intentionally, but I something need to check out. But anyway, but what he would have said is that Wednesday, right now, the investigation start, and he said Wednesday he'll be able to come on with a full description with everything. He ain't holding back nothing. He said the public need to buckle up because the truth go and hit you like a tidal wave. You see like how Hiroshima hit thing, and up to now it's still a devastation. He said, boy, when you hear what we uncover with this thing, you go be afraid and shame at the same time. You could say if you had nephews, you'll run and pick them up after school. He said, don't worry yourself. He said Wednesday he come in to talk about the whole situation. But what I wanted to say here is in general, we have a little technical issue here in the studio why we could not run the thing. We have a serious problem. But anyway, coming back to the story concerning this, we see the police service have been used to do a lot of things in Trinidad. We see the police service have been used to pressure people. We see the police service have been used to heckle certain people. I'm talking from Sandy Grande straight back to Port of Spain. And when I say that, multiple times, Danny Guerra, Governor Ray Danny Guerra Quarry, and it had plenty people operating up there illegally, but the target Danny Guerra till he last days. We see how the target the young people and them in Port of Spain that went to the Peace March. Nothing like this that would have take place here, you know. We see the police again target Jason De Silva, our very own. We see the police service target Alyssa. We see them target Johan Harry. We see them target Olive Jack. And in this instance here, where this is an honest cry, I want to see the police service do the right thing for once and take this case seriously, because the father of the nation would have said something, you know. He said the future of Trinidad and Tobago is in the children's book bag. But if we eating and damaging the little children, what future we will have? I mean, we could say all kind of thing about a big person. He was in a life of crime. You don't know what he was doing, or you don't know what was taking place. But you see a young child that was probably hustling or working in an office, in an MP office, trying, and you see the uncle would have preyed upon the child, and nothing coming out of it. And according to what the father said, not me, the father said is where it would have originated from, is what he believed that is causing the slowness of the investigation in this place. And trust what I'm saying, we see this happen already. We see this happen already. So I really want to see that the police service do something about it. Because right now I do not trust in the police service, far less in the justice service in this country. The justice service talking about this hardy thing, what are we thinking it? And nothing coming out of that. We see Joshua Samaru case and that ordinary thing. I don't really trust them. But I still believe that there are good people existing outside here. And in all, amongst the bad apples and them, I believe that they are still good people. And if it is the police and them don't intend to do their work, just what Xavier would have said in the beginning of the program, we must be able to band together and say enough is enough and take this thing to the street. It's too much, boy. This thing is too much. Crime rampant. It's too much. Boy, I don't know. I'm waiting until Wednesday come where we could unfold this thing to the fullest. I don't know if we might meet up with the people and them, or Eversley might come down to the studio, or we might link it from on that side, but prepare for Wednesday coming here. This Wednesday coming here, everything will be outside. And this is a cry for justice here. And everybody who had the video, share it on your Facebook page. Put it up on your status. Let this video go around. Justice, justice. This is the kind of commitment we must have with each other. Forget party politics. Forget the PNM and the UNC. This person deserves justice. And we must share this video all around the place. The man make a report. Share it around. All over the place. And that is my contribution here for this afternoon. Good afternoon to everybody on the panel. Good afternoon.
Right. So thank you, Mr. Focus. So I have somebody here who I brought up in the box to make a contribution. Matthew, hold on, please. Somebody by the name of Ali something. Hi, pleasant good night. You would like to make a contribution? Hello? All right, Matthew, go ahead. Hello? The live sticking. Matthew, you asked to come up in the box. You would like to say something? Pleasant good night. Matthew.
Good night. You hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you now.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Good night
Are you
to
hearing
you
me?
and to the panel.
Pleasant good night, sir.
Yes,
Welcome.
I'm hearing you. Good. You were sticking a little while ago, but
Yeah,
I hope that you're hearing me clearly now.
clearly. Go ahead.
I listen to your contributors on and everybody's speaking to the administration of today, right? As to what they should do and what they should not do, and all these things. It's court of public opinion right now. Ms. Sharon Felix said something earlier where she said a can of worms is being opened. That can of worms was opened a long time ago. And it's sad to see that I am no UNC, right? But people would quickly say, are defending this government. Are you aware of the report that was handed to the then, I want to believe the then Prime Minister, Basdio Pandey? I believe the guy's name was Robert Sabga, if I'm not mistaken, where he would have gone into one of the nation's children's home and got a report where a high-profile minister was going into these places and molesting these children after hours and having his pick, him and many others, right? The can of worms was opened a long time ago. That report, Dr. Rowley knew about it. He said he saw it. He knew about it. All the politicians back then would have seen it or would have heard of it. I believe it's in the hands of the parliament. Moving swiftly along, where the brother would have mentioned a lot of names that was being oppressed by the police today, right? I was part of many of the marches during COVID, and the kind of pressure that the public was facing because they said they didn't want to take a vaccine by the then administration, right? Mm-hmm. It was pressure back then too. What happened to Akil Chambers? Is it not I don't want to say it's facts, but according to what is, again, on the report, deceased Ken Valley was the person who would have done the job or done the atrocity to this little boy. You understand? So don't hold one up and condemn them, and you're letting the other one
Wow, the
slide.
life sticking.
The PNM party has ruled this country for a lot of years, and they have seen a lot of atrocities, and they have allowed it to happen.
Candace,
Yes, Xavier.
let me engage this gentleman in a little bit. So you came here to take a report from 2019. We are dealing with what is happening here. You came to take a report from 2019 that was given to a man who went away to blame the deceased Kent Valley, right? Who thing. We are speaking about today, right? We are speaking about what is taking place today, right? Where there are serious allegations jumping on. Mr. Valley is deceased. He cannot defend himself. I want to hear about today, brother man. I don't want to hear you come and tell me anything that happened but 2 or 3 decades ago. I am speaking about now. I am living in the now. Don't come with that closet UNC behavior here this evening for me, please.
Again, you were quick to say closet UNC behavior, but at the same time, a lot of the contributions are holding to what is happening now and choosing to forget what happened yesteryear and yesterday.
Okay, can I
Go ahead,
can I please contribute? So what you just spoke about is called an allegation. An allegation without evidence goes nowhere. Hence the reason it didn't become an issue. However, if we want to talk about today, we have ministers who is in the UNC government that is allegedly attached to human trafficking. So if we want to talk and deal with current situations, let's start with now. Because
I agree with you.
If it had an ounce of evidence to support your claim that you just made, I am sure there would have been progress on a case.
No, my dear. Do you remember when they brought it to the parliament? He probably said he saw the report.
Be careful. A report could be anything.
Yes,
if there is no evidence, it cannot go forward.
That is Glenroy. Every time Glenroy come up here, he always come with that narrative. That is Glenroy. He just changed his name and changed his profile. But that is Mr. Glenroy from Tobago.
And I will support
I do not know who Mr. Glenroy is.
Listen, it doesn't matter. I will still support Xavier's contribution. And if I do have to categorize you, I will say that, you're a closet UNC. Because you're using all these strategies. You're using all these strategies.
And this is not a case where we're defending thing, because if the PNM is found culpable of that, I am 100% who will speak about that, because I've eminently spoke about Dr. Rowley, right?
Let me ask you something.
I am speaking about today. Let me tell you, they said dead man tell no tales. There was a report that could have gone to the police station. No one was prosecuted about that. Don't come on this program and talk about something 3 decades ago. I'm not living in the past, partner. I am speaking about the allegations today. I want to hear about that. Take off your yellow is the court. And come here and let me talk about issues. We're not seeing yellow and red. We are seeing red, white, and black. Give me a damn chance with that nonsense.
Okay.
Why the country in a mess like this? Because the closet UNC like all here. But when I come on this program, come with straight facts, please.
Right, and the facts I stated is what is there in the hands of the
why was Mr. Valley? Why was Mr. Valley not charged? Why was not Ken Valley charged? Why?
Exactly.
Why he was not charged?
It's not fact.
But you see,
you have to remember not everything you hear in Parliament
you feel you're coming to talk here about a political neophyte. But I have these things stored in my archive, and I am ready for political dunce like all here. Don't come here
with that. We're dealing with a national issue, not a political issue.
Let me ask you a question. Can I ask? Right. Wait, can I ask a question?
What is the most important question here, Matthew? What we must answer. And there is where I going to know if there's a person that is transparent and honest with your own self. Did the
Right.
act that was done that we seen today, Mr. Matthew, what do it fall in? It fall in something that was right or wrong?
It is
Let me start with
wrong.
that. Right.
It is
So
wrong.
right. So we established that it was a wrong
But
act. Now
wait,
let
wait,
me
just now,
finish.
just now.
Let me
Before you
let
go
me
further,
finish.
before you
Let
go
me
further.
let me finish. Let me finish.
Matthew, hold
Matthew,
on,
let
hold
me
on.
finish. Let me finish.
Yeah, go
Now
ahead.
this act here would have taken place in the UNC office.
Right.
You understand? Now seeing
Right.
that we know it wrong and we also know it unlawful, what you think should be the next step?
He should face the full brunt of the law, just like the
Right.
ordinary man. He should
Right.
not
Now
be protected
now
by
you
his
talk about
office.
let me come down to it. Now you talk about an issue where it is some acts would have been done from in the past.
Right.
Now I am not against the facts. Now why you think let me deal with it from this perspective. Why you think at that point in time nobody wasn't prosecuted?
Because they protect each other.
Right. I'm glad you come to that. Now any government that come into power assumably is going to have that power. Not so.
Yes.
Right. So we reaching
This is where
somewhere.
I hope
We
that
reaching somewhere. We reaching somewhere. Wait. We reaching somewhere. Now, what you're alluding to is that any government of the day have total powers over the police force.
and that is where I wish that the police will actually exercise its independence to penalize.
No. Wait.
Uh-huh.
Seeing that we come to that conclusion.
Right.
Now, what happened to the Hadids? You understand? It didn't fall in no lawful book at all, because the government never produced no evidence. What you think happened there? Let me finish it here. There was government interference with that. In the case with Johan
Okay.
Harry that I would have called, he never break no law in Trinidad and Tobago, not even 70 world. What you think happened there? He in jail. That was government interference. Now, coming with Alyssa Phillip, it's the notion that you would have now brought to the table. What you're saying is that any government that come into power, including PNM, they have a certain amount of control over the police force. Gary Griffith was the honest man that would have shown a kind of bravado that he didn't care to a certain degree. Now, if we establish the factor that this is taking place, then we need police reform in this country. Now, you not showing up.
Definitely.
Wait. You not showing up. You showing up a weakness, really and truly, in an establishment as you think you might be showing. What you are showing up here, you understand, is a weakness in the law where this government, especially, is exercising on, because you talk about the same COVID thing. I'm actually COVID too, How much people was charged in that whole incident?
Innocently
How much
prosecuted.
people was charged? How much people was charged? None. None of them was
No, but I'm
charged.
talking about. I'm not talking about the charge. I'm talking about how they
No,
were
but
treated.
I'm telling you something. None of them was charged. Now you bring up something that is not related to this. Now we are experiencing now in the present
Right.
that this government here is using and touting the police force to oppress me, to oppress you, to oppress all of we here. And if we can't be honest with ourselves and bring up the relevant factor to deal with the situation and say, right, if the UNC government so think, why they exercising this kind of arbitrary force on the people? This is
Okay.
we need to stop this. We see our Chief Justice partner that stay a matter that never happened in Trinidad and Tobago. And you see how the faulty way in this, how this Chief Justice was appointed. People say Archie was a Makume man. That what people say. But what we have to say about this Chief Justice here, that's Tia Mata, it looked like this man personally went in against these people and them, and he not waiting until the law in which he swear to uphold, take its course. The same Lego, the people put them out on house arrest. This man looked like he gained orders directly from the government. When we supposed to stand up against this IAN Israel Khan, talking one set of rubbish, he trying to be neutral, but he bordering on supporting the move of this judiciary.
Yeah, but
And yo, sad operate. I'll go and finish off now. Yo, sad operate. In a news release today, the Law Association so guilty, telling the people of Trinidad and Tobago, don't criticize this matter so much within the public domain, because it go look like the judiciary not fair and it politically aligned. My God. I hope you're honest after this discussion, brother. You see that road you're going down? Go ahead.
No, it's an exchange. It is for me. It's an exchange of conversation. I stand from what I know, the little that I know, and I could tell you all who want to call me closet UNC. I come from a staunch PNM family in the bedrock I'm over. Right?
Brother man,
I have never voted for UNC in my life.
Let me stick to the issue.
Right? This is not about party.
Let me stick to the issue at hand, brother. Issue at hand is a wrong that now take place.
Right? Now,
Listen,
this is where people call me a closet UNC, and I will say this.
Let us stick to let us stick to the topic. Right? We are talking about the young man that was allegedly sexually assaulted by someone that is working alongside MP. That is what I heard on the TikTok.
A minister in government.
A minister in government.
Right.
So you see all what you're coming with back then, right? And ministers, people was in charge and whatever. If they had sufficient evidence, I believe they would have been charged.
You really want to hear that?
No.
But lady, let me ask you something. Wait, could I ask you something?
I'm not finished.
Matthew, you're changing the question. You're changing the talk.
No, I ain't changing it. I'm not changing it. I'm not changing it.
Candace, pull it down now, Candace. He wasting time.
No, I don't have your problem. Let him get his arm thing. Let him have his say. Let me do
no, I pull him down. You see me, I don't want to lose focus.
You see, you can't come here and want to change the narrative. People talking about, you see, and that is what has happened. That is why you see people killing people at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, that person not related to you. You don't care about how much people had sex with the man in the office and maybe take turns. And maybe take turns. That little boy maybe was crying, oh God, mommy. And them fellas and them big hard stones men and them maybe taking turns on the boy. That is what you don't want the public to hear. That is what you don't want the public to hear. The child maybe used to walk home and limping on one side. And when the mother asks him what's going on, the uncle might be saying, don't say nothing, I go kill you. Don't say nothing. That is what you so might be going on. And we have to stop playing smart with foolishness in this country. That is what people like them so trying to hide. You know what it is to be interfering with a little child, and the little child, the uncle doing him that. Boy, can they say do the right thing and pull down them fellas and them? Them fellas and them trying to change narrative.
Them just coming here to waste time and distract we off we program. Them don't care about what go on. You understand? He clearly back in the UNC. And he don't care what happened to the children or what happened to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. So them kind of people here is a waste of time. We don't want to hear them. Pull them down and let them go their way.
And the thing is a child, the father would have come forth looking for help because he said he went to various police stations and he was turned down. So he do what he tell himself is right. He reach out to a news media person. And let me tell somebody, said, thank God for social media, you know. Because I remember I would have had an issue and I went to the news TV6 or CNC3 to let that story be heard. And they took my information and said they would call me. And they never did. I would have brought a guy from CNC3 up on my side to do a story. And lo and behold, I sitting in front of the TV, 7 o'clock news, thinking, well, all right, the story go shine up and we will get some sort of help so that they go deal with the situation. They chop it up like sushi.
Yeah.
So what the people was crying out about, the youth was crying out about, that's what caused me to ask Stuart Young the question. Not really Stuart Young, Monroe. The question, I didn't go to them as I always say, I didn't go to them as a UNC or a PNM. I went to them as a concerned citizen because I knew what was going on with the youths and them. And I was looking for an outlet, just like how the father come out there and talk about his situation. I came out there and they cut it up. So I said, thank God for social media. Because if it was up to the government, actually under this government, that story would have never reached out into the public domain. So I anticipate what's going to take place now. The only thing that I'm afraid of is for the parents and the child's safety. Because you clearly see in Trinidad and Tobago, you're safe, you know. It is a frightening situation right about now. And for that father to come out, and again, I want to say thanks to Mr. Wendell Eversley for doing that video so skillful. By not showing the child face, by not calling no names, you know, he did it the correct way. And look at where Mr. Eversley had to go. To police headquarters, you know. What happened to the rest of police station? So this person, he's so high and mighty. He's untouchable. So the law is only for people on the ground. But the ones who high and mighty or who rubbing shoulders with the high and mighty, the law doesn't apply to them. Trinidad and Tobago, we're in a sad state, you know.
But Candace, I want to say something, Candace. If I had to take Matthew's disposition, he stated that a report was done by one of the SAPGAs, not the businessman SAPGA, some SAPGA man. I remember the story as he bring it up. He was not in Trinidad at that point in time. I think he migrated. And this report was given to Mr. Basdeo Pandey, who I believe at that point in time was still the Prime Minister. If you have sufficient evidence, why didn't you go to prosecute? Or even if Mr. Basdeo Pandey wasn't the Prime Minister, the UNC came into office 2010. If you had this strong allegation that they were people of the People's National Movement, why you do not prosecute? But you see, you all want to come here and play judge and jury and also do the work for the police. Let the police do their work. But don't come here and I issue today and they're trying to derail the program politically to come to talk this kind of foolishness about what happened 3 or 2 decades ago. We're not up for that kind of stupidness. We want to hear current issue. And that is what the UNC is known for. They are good at distractions. You understand me? When something is happening in the country, they use something to smoke screen and bring distraction. They are known for that. They are consummating that area. So Matthew, don't come here with that kind of games. If you come in here, take off your yellow garment and the only colors we should be seeing is red, white, and black. Don't come here with that kind of stupidness.
Yes. It's a little child, a situation that takes place with a little child. I think the child is about 15 years. And if that has been going on with him 3 years now, so that child could have been about what, 13 years? 12 years, right? 12 years. You understand? And from what I heard, the young fella who is alleged this thing take place with is not a big person, is a little frail, smally little child. So then, what are you trying to tell me? You come up with stuff way back when.
Candace, what the fella was alluding to, let me tell you something. If anybody really read that report that he talk about it, he go come and talk that foolishness. I listen to him and I laugh. I read the report. The first person that had that report in my hand was Gladiator. You know, if that report would have been made public, if anybody know who had that report, if that report become public, it will close down the police force.
Wow.
If that report was made public, there are certain people within the special services that you would have had to take out of there. You remember when Rowley get rid of the special armed forces? Or you see the allegation that was behind that? Now let me tell you something, eh?
Special branch.
Yeah, special branch. The secret service with the pastors and them. He dismantled that. Let me tell you something, eh? Law and order does come from various means. And there are actions that the police must take, that there must be immunity and means. Meaning, to be quite honest, some people, the police have to, can't carry them in living. That is the facts and reality. It might be frightening as it is. There are certain people that there are certain forces within the police that when they initiate them not going to bring back no thing to secure no conviction. They don't know already, but they can't pin it. We lost back to front. You understand what I mean? There are people that are hard to take action against. That is why people could talk about Randall Burrows and what he used to do. There is certain parts of the police force that there must be immunity and means. But here what has happened? When certain action take place and it come public, there are some greedy lawyers. There are family members. There are people that will grieve. But there are people that killing people every day, calling shots. Go and kill that one. Go and kill that one. And it happening. And the shot busting. Police doing it some of the time. Police transporting drugs. Boy, you getting tired. Boy, what some of them killing and them what you seeing? Or you see men, marksmen, and who are you feel? Or you feel gangsters doing that? Man, let me be real now, boy. Let me be real. Or you see unmarked vehicle, people dress up like police, and they're saying they're in black vehicle, and they end up dead. One of the Dolcini and them, brother. Not Dolcini, brother, the Sharon, brother. There's certain things going on in this country that oh God, if it reach the public, that they it can't talk. When Alexander come and talk about the dogs at war, what do you feel? You feel he talking about some canine unit inside there? Hey, if you read that report, you will close down the police force in the morning. Watch how much variation of police it have in Trinidad. It have the normal police. It have the guard and emergency. It have the special branch. It have the secret service. And all of them is put within a unit to watch one another. Oh, you understand that yet? It this one where it does have the anything, not guard and emergency. That is next one. The bureau, the standard bureau.
The bureau standard bureau.
It have plenty police and they not they ready to wait the special branch for.
When that report was done and was given to what is the government, who was the prime minister at that point in time? I know you and Ms. Felix will be able to help me. Who was the prime minister at that time?
I think what had happened. It had an election around that time. I think it was double. Somebody did come and win by.
It was 17. It was 1717. I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then at 1717 was Tobago. I think that was Baguio, not sure. And then it was a lot of time was.
I don't remember when Pandey was coming out of power. He did get a report, and Manning made that report. It did come 1717, and Manning did get to govern the country, and then they called back the election and did
Well, that's when it became the 1818. And President Anna Robinson gave it to Patrick Manning when he said waters into streams and streams into rivers and so on.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. If you read that report, or you go in and say, boy, get rid of the police force. It's frightening.
But when I saw here, what is the typical thing of this thing, he listened to the gentleman coming just now and talking. You know, if that was his nephew or his son, I wonder if he would have continued talking that language. There's a child who was 12 years, now 15 years. You know what it is? If you go in the toilet and you constipated and at a force, and sometimes the pain you don't feel, for a man There's not a woman, eh? Woman could endure pain, but men cannot. For a child at the age of 12 years who are accustomed to that and you introduce that thing, you know how much pain that child had to endure for the first time?
Not even baby oil. Not even
Not
baby
even
oil.
baby oil, not even KY gel can help you.
Yeah.
I remember, let me tell you this, I remember, y'all remember Saucy Pow?
Yeah.
Saucy Pow was on Iowa Station, I remember that years ago, giving a story of how he became a homosexual. And he told us what had happened. I wouldn't repeat the names of the people he called. He was injected in his anal passage so that he wouldn't feel the amount of pain. But he said the pain, when the painkillers was over, you would feel all the pain after. So all you take that into consideration. While we want to talk about accused chambers and so on, I have no problem. I just always say, you do the crime, you're going to do the time. And I don't care who it is. But this is a today thing. And you want to add peanuts to cherries? This wasn't done in a minister's office, you know. This was done in a private home. So whether we want to talk, let me talk the talk. You going into a government space, a government office, because any member of parliament office is a government office. And I am very interested to find out what time did all of these things take place?
Yep.
What time of the day these things took place? Because unless he have a pin that the child wasn't feeling no pain. I have a problem with that. And for you to be coming up here to justify what? We all have children. I have 4 boys. I have grandsons and granddaughters. For you to come here to justify that madness, there's no justification for doing something illegal. Where pain is concerned, buggering in this country is a crime. It is a crime. So I'm really waiting to see how the police going to handle this. Honestly, you know. And I'm waiting on the Prime Minister to say something, and I'm also waiting on the MP to say something too.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
I'm listening. I get emotional, and then sometimes my mouth just start trying not to happen to me tonight.
I anticipate the outcome in this because this is a no-no. It's about time we stand up as a country and protect the youths. It ain't not like whom have more corn, feed more fowl. It ain't who rubbing shoulders is who that this could pad down. This story should flood social media. We supposed to hear the Prime Minister coming out and talking about things like this. Even the MP in that area, because I mean to say, his name didn't jump up in it, whoever the MP is, but he's supposed to be somebody in his constituency. So he's supposed to be up front and center alongside the family, helping them, making sure they get lawyers, making sure the child get counseling. Because that child, according to all you know what it is to go up in there? That is real, not even baby oil or KY jelly. And look at the age of that child. At tender age, he's 15. So that would have happened to him when he was 12 years old, you know. You understand? And there were other things that was mentioned to me that I will not mention here. You understand me? You see the seriousness in that? Listen to me. You see that? Somebody had to pay for that, boy. I don't care. Somebody had to feel the pain. Somebody had to feel the brunt of the law. Somebody had to get locked up. And they shouldn't hide his face, you know. His face was to be plastered all over social media. And this man coming up here to talk and justify about decades ago and what we talking about today, we talking about now. The father come out and cry out, he need help. Mr. Eversley didn't have to take that boy to police headquarters. Imagine that. So now you have to go police headquarters to make a report if you ain't getting justice in the stations. Then, but I mean to say, I would have had to do that in times gone by. But that's what Trinidad and Tobago reaching out to. What is the reason for having all these police posts in all different constituency?
But Candace, I would ask one more question, Candace. Does the mother of the nation knows about this? And if she knows about this, how long
That's a question.
A very good question. How long she knew about it, if she did, and why nothing is being done or said?
Yeah, but isn't it alleged money was offered to the family to keep them quiet?
Oh,
Well, that
God.
I
You
don't
understand?
know. That we
Chacha,
don't
you
know.
want to go to the head of the class? Woo!
That I
Money
don't
was
know.
offered to the, it's alleged money was offered to the family to keep them quiet. So that means it have people, big ministers in the UNC, it's alleged
No,
what has happened.
no,
But
chatter. Let's
Chacha, wait. Who offered the money? Was it the perpetrator? Was it the person who offered it? Was it
That
a
is what.
financier of the political organization that they belong to? Questions are to ask and answers we want.
Yeah.
That's the answers we need. That's the answers we really need, because this is our child we're talking about. And it have people now who put in party before country. People who support
But
supporting the bullshit.
leader said that the leader said that, chatter. If you put your party before your put your country before your party, go to hell. She said that.
So it have people like them, don't matter what this government do, they turn a blind eye against it. You understand?
Nah.
This is a little child who was being sexually assaulted, who was being raped at the age of 12, Candace, straight up to 15.
Wow.
And it have people like Matthews who's coming out trying to justify this act. You understand? And just like
don't no children, Timothy don't no sons.
Candace, you could imagine your little son going through that kind of agony. That kind of agony.
Hey, my brother. Hey, that is happening in my one.
That is, boy. Your little son come home, he can't sit down properly. You understand? He uneasy.
I was changing my dress to number 1 Golden Grove Lane in Aruka.
And because why a big stinking man find it fit, because he, whatever shoulders he rubbing with and whatever powers he have, he find it fit. He, all right, well, I could interfere with this little child and nothing will come out of it. You understand? That is our little child. And but look how much, Candace, we had to ask the questions. How much times this happened? How much time this little boy was molested by this big stinking nasty man? And I find, Candace, the minister who is in charge of that office, he's supposed to be leading the charge with the parents.
Yeah.
And come out and assist in the police to solve this case, Candace, because this is the worst I ever heard so far what the UNC government is involved in. This is the worst, Candace. You understand? This is a child we're talking about.
I want to hear from Mr. Michael. Michael, are you there? Michael?
Michael must be up with somebody. He want to get a bus there himself here.
You know,
you call him, you no longer need answer it.
Sharon, you know he comment would have been nasty tonight, eh?
Well, why?
Well, listen to me. Listen to me. Michael would have Michael gonna go to town and come back.
Michael must put on that thing like right there and fall asleep, you know.
Well, let me take down Michael, because you know Michael is a
Hello.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
What I'm saying, I had a real hectic day today, so I in and out.
Oh, Lord.
Right? So, I see if it's not commenting.
Mr. Michael, the situation as we speaking about the little boy who was sexually molested in the minister office. That is what we're speaking about.
It is alleged.
It's alleged.
In which minister?
Well, they didn't say.
It's alleged. It's an alleged. The government was in that office.
Well, it's about word that they be using. It's about word that they be using on this live partly every night. All you think of the lie?
What it is?
It's about word that has been using.
Remind us now, man.
Those bullers in the UNC. All they seeing what they'll be talking about. And you
let
will
me
say
put,
the
let me put out
minister.
a disclaimer. Eh? The
Yes,
views
but
of the people in the comment section is not
I
the
am
views
not
of the Let Your Voice.
I am not calling any name, and I want to
All
know
right, sir.
why that minister didn't come out and say something.
Yes.
Why the minister didn't come out and defend himself or his party or his office? Up to now, we ain't hear that. Where the mother of the nation, where that old canal comes?
oh, Jesus. Oh, God.
Mr. Michael, I will not have you. Listen to me, Mr. Michael, I love you. But we ought to give respect.
Respect for what, Candace? For what?
Yes.
Acting where the
No,
canal comes?
no, oh God,
Who
Mr.
is the canal
Michael.
comes? Who is the canal
All
comes?
right.
Did I call anybody's name?
All right, okay. All right.
I am
But
asking where that
but for precautionary measures now, Mr.
Candace,
Michael.
what measure you talking about? Did I insult anybody or call anybody's name?
All right, darling. Okay, well, you know, others get
Yes, you
legitimate
call me
here.
a tunnel. A tunnel.
Where that old river witch? None of them may come out and give a statement.
Oh,
Yeah? They will continue to manufacture bullets in the UNC. I want to know.
oh, I drive with a motorbike brakes about gas.
No, I mean, it's pertinent question I've been asking, you know. And I am serious, you know. I insult nobody, I disrespect nobody. I am asking. They will
All right,
continue to
sir.
manufacture bullets in the UNC. Answer my question. Nobody could answer it.
TTPS, so.
Where those market rats? They're not running out tonight?
No, well, one was just here.
One was just here. One was
Gone
just
to
now
look
here
for
trying to
cheese.
defend that act.
He gone to look for cheese.
No, you see, these things is very, very serious thing, you know. I mean, where these people are, where these things happen in this country, yeah?
And Mr. Michael, they say this happening 3 years now, eh? So the boy is 50 now, so that happening since he was 12 years old, eh?
You understand? You know what they want to Mako? They want to Mako the PNM Red House. That's what they want to Mako. And they had their own house, they had their own whole house to Mako. And they're Mako in it.
Fix it, Jesus. Fix it.
Oh, God, cover the tongue.
But Mr. Michael, you could imagine a 12-year-old boy with a big man forcing himself up in that little boy rectum.
Well, that is dangerous, you know. That is dangerous, you know.
Everybody shiver.
What you mean, man? That is dangerous, you know. What you mean, man? I don't know how to really describe that again, you know, man.
And you know, Mr. Michael, you know what bothered me is the fact that the father said he would have went to, I think it's 3 police stations and make reports. And they treat with that situation like it was no big thing. They just try to, you know, brush it off. But it's a child we're dealing with. It's a child that has been assaulted, you know.
You see, when how nobody come out and say nothing, they make all kind of statement, but they used to be talking about the PNM and this ex-minister who died, I can't remember his name. And
Ken
all
Valley.
kind of, huh?
Ken Valley.
Ken Valley, all kind of dotish comment they come out and make. Where there is now. Now, whatever it's bad for the PNM and it's good for the UNC.
Aye. Well, that's all.
Yeah? You see, all your I rested my ass tonight and all your waking me up, you know. And these things affect me. Where the officers, where this father who made the report, nobody and look what nobody do nothing about that.
No.
Nobody.
He had to turn to Mr. Eversley, and Mr. Eversley would have taken him to the police headquarters. Imagine that.
I would have really liked to hear Wendell here tonight, you know.
No, he was trying to come up, but apparently, I don't know if they was blocking him, but he did call on the other side and spoke with Mr. Jeffrey. So we waiting to hear from him on Wednesday. Because I did speak with him.
What I want to say, this matter must not rest until somebody get locked up.
Yeah.
It must not rest.
They're taking this bullying thing too far. And listen to me, I'm not against people who like their preferences. Right? I have nothing against the LGBTQ, rainbow, whatever, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I have nothing against them.
But don't
you see, when it comes
on people.
Don't force all your things, all your foolishness.
Don't bring it to our children. Don't bring it to our children.
It have enough big man. No, Trinity, I ain't bringing you up. No, Trinity, I love you, but I ain't bringing you up. It have enough big men and women out there who like that kind of vice. Keep it there. Don't force it on little children who cannot make a decision.
And who cannot defend themselves.
It making me believe that there's something well loved in that political arena.
But Candace, Olia, what can a child? What arousement can a child give to you as an adult?
What kind of pleasure a child can give you? What kind of pleasure?
That's a sick person, you know. That's a sick person, you know. For you to watch a little boy at the age of 12, unless he has a little size and so on. Still, I could see you watching a little girl. If she's 12 years and she has, little shape and thing. But what about you watching this little boy?
I can't see nobody watching nobody around that kind of age, whether male, female, or indifferent. I see it.
I hear you, and I agree with you. But I'm just saying, what arousement you get?
Yeah.
You want to be a red, but there's a shit shank is. A big man, so you only want to go in and set a shit hole the whole night, sir?
Chocolate hole.
I'm telling you, boy.
Why
the door want to declare what part? Why nobody want to declare what part of Trinidad this happened? Which constituency? Yeah.
For precautionary measures, it was not disclosed. And I am glad I didn't get that part of the information because you know me. My mouth would have run out that long time, but I am glad it is in the police hands, and we trust on behalf of the whole of Trinidad and Tobago, we hope that the TTPS do their job diligently and get to the bottoms of things and give that family justice.
The TTPS, where the reporters make this, UNC or PNM?
I don't know, Mr. Michael.
You might get justice if there's PNM. And if you ain't get no justice, you know what is.
Yeah.
This is a frightening place we live in these days, boy.
Yeah, it's scary.
Anytime in this country, you're deemed to be PNM.
It is terrible.
There is no justice for you,
terrible.
In no form of fashion, No form of fashion,
But Candace, the police...
you support PNM.
Just now, chatter. Hold on.
Ken Valley dead. Ken Valley dead. That they talk to Ken Valley. They tell Ken Valley you can have bad thing and he dead. Yeah? Nothing can happen because he dead if it's true.
Michael, if that is truth, right? Then the PNM had done what they had to do. Remember, he was thrown in the backbench and then he wasn't taken back as an MP and all kind of things. Who knows if Mr. Manning dealt with it accordingly because of whatever, if they're saying that so. But where the facts are, we need to see the facts.
And Ms. Felix, I want to say, Sharon, if that is the case, Mr. Manning as Prime Minister did what he had to do politically. Let the police do their job. That is what they were paid for. That is why we pay them money on a monthly basis.
let his prime minister, let me see what she's doing. I dare her. I dare her to take action. I dare her to take action.
Sharon, the police services to do the UNC bidding to lock up people like Johan and Alexis and the Hadids and them. That is what they had the police service for. The police service is no longer to serve the citizens. The police service is to serve the UNC government. They chatter.
Let me tell you something.
They chatter.
Oh, chatter. We are governed by a God. We are governed by the Almighty God. And you see, karma is a serious thing. So when you feel out here, you're doing people all the wickedness that you feel and feeling good about it. There comes a time when payment is right behind your doors. I just hope people know that. All them go ahead. Tell them go ahead.
Sharon, what I'm saying, if this happened in an MP office, hear me carefully, and if Larry suggests that the MP is not a part of that, nobody was fired, nothing, all you hear is from Wendell.
Let me say something, Michael. Michael and Sharon, Michael and Sharon, everybody in the panel, let me say something. But how come you're in here in heavy and the David Welch?
And the Welch?
Because listen to me, this is not about UNC or PNM, you know. This is about a innocent child.
A citizen of Trinidad and Tobago.
A citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. The father come forth and cry out to the nation as to what is taking place, and no justice, no way for them.
I also want to ask Arnold Roberts, what size of pin that person had when they did that crime? Arnold Roberts know all who have small pin and big pin. I want to ask him what size of pin commit that crime.
Yeah, that is something. That is something everybody should put aside party now, because this is not about politics right about now. This is about a big grown-ass man who can't keep his penis in his pants and his fetish is young boys.
I'm calling on the Mauria's a.k.a. Tabakit. I'm calling on the Mauria's a.k.a. Tabakit.
Listen to this now.
Send the link for Tabakit.
No, listen to this now. We had to ask Philip Alexander because he does know who rubbing down with baby oil, who know her small pin, who this. So we had to ask Philip Alexander what size pin and what kind of oil the man used. That is who we had to ask. We had to ask Philip Alexander that because he know about all them things.
If it was Johnson and Johnson, if it was Jovans, if it was coconut oil, if it was we had to know down to the nitty-gritty what type of oil, what size of penis, when it happened, where it happened,
what
charge, battery fully charged. Unplugged charger.
And ask him what room it happened. You understand what building? Philip Alexander does have all them information, so he's the man we have to ask. Because Philip does fix it, you know. So Philip fix this.
Yeah, but we need to know who's that person. Somebody need to leak that person name and a picture. We are a show up here. I would like to know. Don't send it to me, but all I can, whoever have it can leak it in the public domain. And we have to know. We have to put our face to that name. We have to get our name and our face. Yeah, you see things like this. You have to put them to shame, you know.
People like Heavy and David Welch will never show this scandals and will never speak about this because them put party before country and the UNC feeding them right now, so them will never talk about this.
No, when they can't afford to, they can't talk. They definitely can't come out and say nothing because they go lost their bed.
Not only that, and I calling not only them, I calling on Stefan Reese too. You like to talk and you know everybody business, come out and talk about that in the morning on your program.
Yeah, because that poor child life damage, you know. That little boy need counseling, you know. That poor child had to leave that mother. You know, as a mother.
All the counseling that child could get, that cannot repair.
No, it cannot.
Nothing about that child, it cannot.
Candice, Candace, like 3 years. I taking that little boy and making him a woman in a Candace.
Ooh, Jesus.
3 years. I'm turning that little boy mind into a woman in a. You understand? He believed that the right thing right now to do in a Candace. 3 years that's in a Candace.
Jesus. I could
That
imagine
is
how
sick.
I
That
could
is
imagine
sick.
how that mother must feel helpless to know that she wasn't able to protect her son. I could imagine how angry that father must be feeling, how hurt that man must be feeling to know. And I think I don't know how true they say that the perpetrator is family to them. So I don't know. I don't understand. It have people out there who want them thing, pay a little money, get your vice, wipe your teeth and go in your house. That is between you and God. But when all they start to target little children, oh God, Father, have a mercy.
Yeah, I have a serious problem with that.
Yeah.
And all our hear is parents, Candace. All our hear is parents.
Boy.
You know is that Candace,
Yeah.
Candace, all that I hear, and you know the police will have come for me. Because
Yeah.
boy, I would have go in Golden Grove and sit down for the rest of my life because I would have deal with him different. I wasn't taking that.
No, I wasn't taking that, no. I'm not inciting no violence and them kind, but I tell you the honest truth. There's a thin line between sanity and insanity. And let me tell you something. My God, I wasn't taking that.
Or you remember something? When at that time, it had a national discussion with Satmaraj. And what happened is that people from a particular religion, I ain't about talking the religion, was taking wives for marrying girls at 13 years of age.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, Patrick Manning would have taken up that case and say, see that? The starter condemned that. Satmar fight against that vehemently. He real fight against that. He fight to the point that, hey, it had a song that would come. Sat 13 can't go into this. It had a song that would come out of that.
Yeah, Chuck, that sang it.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, what it take place? Yeah, why I sit down here together because my partner now call me. He from a matter of fact, let me don't tell say where is he race. He said, Jeffrey, take care that boy have been offered to somebody in that office. And the uncle was the man who do the offering and he partake in it. Take care that boy wasn't offered to somebody there. That is what the person now call man tell me. You know? Now, there are people known for certain things. You understand what I mean? Let me hit you next thing. I had a very good friend of mine from East Indian descent. She is she sister married a Muslim gentleman. She said the day the sister married to the Muslim gentleman, she never see her sister again. She never saw her sister again. And that is within the religion. Now, it are certain things that has take place in this country that we don't know nothing about. We just condemn it because we feel certain things as going a particular way. And what I am saying, take care. According to all the statements, I'm a partner. Take care. That young boy have been offered to somebody.
Jesus.
And before he was offered to the person, the uncle get instructions to break him out. And with that, I say all.
Jesus. Eyeliner, no. This eyeliner, this call for shut up punching. Straight down the hatch. Because it happened to my family and this bothered me. This really bothered me.
Warrior, this is not about family. When you take the nation's children and play the ass with them, that's supposed to affect everybody.
Yeah.
That is the nation's children, the nation's future.
This shouldn't be about party. This shouldn't be about UNC or PNN. It's about the culprit where advantage the child, bugger the little boy. Yeah, that should be about that. All the attention should turn on that individual, bring him out in the open. Don't powder pet nothing. Don't sweep nothing under no carpets. You have to put a stop to that once and for all. And I could imagine if that would have, that he's not the only person that happening to. According to somebody in the comments in the comment section, they now said they probably that probably opening up a can of worms, you know. So here what going on under the closet, all the worms, all they start to walk out and talk, you know. All the worms that hide in start to crawl out because, come on, I show it that young man is not the only person that happening to in that neighborhood or all over Trinidad and Tobago. Let's start to come out and talk, jump out on yourself. Now is the time to talk. That's the only how this thing will come to an end, to put a stop so people can start to make jail. That is wrong, boy. Oh God, Lord, Father, I anticipate the outcome of this. I ain't lying. I will follow that.
The question I want to ask the members of this panel here, based on what we have in front of us, can we deduce that political interference happened? Because if you went to 4 police stations and there was no redress, can we determine and say that there were political interference?
Yeah.
But that is what's going on all the time, every day. That is what's going on for the past year and plus a couple months. That is what's happening.
It's the you see who is the Minister of Homeland Security? So he could hand down the order, do not get involved in the UNC business. You understand? So that's why the police, when they hear certain names and certain things, the police they wouldn't get involved. They would turn a blind eye against it.
Oh God.
That is what's going on.
That is how we've...
Yeah, but I'm to answer a question, Xavier. I believe that there was some sort of political interference. Not because they went in 3 and 4 different stations, you know, because it could just be police misbehavior. I believe it had political interference because it happened in a political office. It happened, and that would make the big difference here. It not just happened, it happened in a political office. And I believe because of that factor that was adding to it, I believe it had some sort of political interference where that is concerned. I believe that when they hear the report, they call the office direct. And the man might be saying, or the woman might be saying in the office, don't study that, we go see about that. Come and check me now. Come and check me, and give them a $5,000-6,000 roll up in our envelope.
You suggest that is happening at PNM political office. Woo! It will not be like how it is now.
No, that will be all over. It will be on the Guardian, the Gazette, it will have plastered the whole of Trinidad and Tobago. That is why this story have to plaster the whole of social media. Bring out a face and a name.
The then opposition leader would have come out and she would have speak about that. But now there's Prime Minister, so how they ain't coming out and make and say anything about this?
I find so.
Because if she was in opposition and the PNM was in power and this happened, all of them would have come out. You understand? And said something, and the family have to get justice, and they would have go all 9 lengths. But no.
And I mean, I supposed to hear something from the leader of the UNC now, because that is the person that
she's the mother of the nation. She's the mother of the nation.
No leaders will love you like how I love you.
Yeah? You take it from my mouth, Michael. You take it from my mouth.
As we get ready to wind down Candace and Trinidad and Tobago, I believe this is another thing. I strongly believe that they are going to hope that we have a responsibility, and a serious responsibility, to make this topic, to raise this topic every day. And I'm going to be choking you and Jeffrey, other social media as well too, to continue to raise this topic, because they wouldn't expect for Trinidad and Tobago for we to say we could just let this die down again. Right? We're not going to let this die down.
Yeah, because remember,
just like that and they could just sail away and we could just move on easily. Now we had to talk. We had to demand answer. We want answers. This is happening under a state of emergency, you know, Michael. A state of emergency as well, too.
To the people
But
who
remember-
want to
but remember,
I
guys-
want all you to call the radio stations in the morning.
But remember, guys, you remember when this gentleman, the one who was in charge of oh gosh, this place can't come to my head. The boy's home. What's his name? And the mother caught him video chatting her son, and he was, masturbating for the child. Whatever happened to that?
Yeah.
He was
Whatever happened to
arrested.
that?
He was arrested under the PNM. He was arrested.
He
Yeah.
was arrested. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I think that matter before the court right now.
Right, good. I always wonder, because I would have come out and spoke on it, and I always wonder. And you see, them thing had to be highlighted too. He face supposed to be plastered all over.
It's about pit bull that's be balling all over the morning. I want to call the program and talk to the pit bull. Let me hear the pit bull ball in the morning.
We had to call Heavy T and David Welch in the morning and let them and raise this topic, and then we hear what they go say. They might cut we off.
They will.
They will cut we off, yeah.
Yeah, but this is something they should be highlighting as well. This is not about party, This is an innocent child that was allegedly buggered, raped, Because at that age, you cannot give consent to sex. But I tell you, I anticipate the outcome of this. I go and help the family pray. I go and help them pray for justice. This is too much to tell Jesus. Oh God.
When I see the child father break down and start to cry and say that we didn't get no help and lawyers don't want to take up the case.
What?
My heart went out for that man, boy. My heart went out for that man. You understand? This is a really sad day in Trinidad and Tobago.
The fact that lawyers don't want to take up the case and police shine away from it. Something in the motor besides the pestle?
The man need help, but
that question I want to ask, how this could go on in a country for 3 years and it now come out?
Right?
Yeah? How this
That's
could go on for 3 years?
That's always the next question.
You remember he's a little boy, he could be he could be beaten, he could be intimidated. You understand? He could be
Somebody asked if the child did a medical. Ma'am or sir, I do not know if a medical was done. It's obviously, in an instance like that, a medical. Yes, I think he would have said a medical was done. So it would have shown that the child back door would have been expanded if it gets tears and cuts on different angles. Yes, once that is happening, there must be fossa entry. So we anticipate the outcome. Amy and Line, I swear, that trouble my spirit. When I heard that today, I said, what? It has so many men out there who want that.
Warrior, on another level, you know how much shame this will bring to that child? You will tell me that child could face school friends and family and children in the neighborhood and all these things? You know what shame that will bring to that child? Eh? You know what's going to happen to that child?
That child could even do unalive himself because of that shame.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So it's just not like buggered, man. All you think about this child whole life could just go down the drain.
Yeah.
You destroy the little boy life. That's all you did.
But
for what?
People,
for personal gains.
To the people,
for pleasure.
To the people who used to be messaging me and asking me what I mean by when I say the bullets and the UNC, well, all you can't ask me that again.
You put that to rest, Mr. Michael.
That again.
You put that to rest.
All right, guys. So, Mr. Michael and everybody on the panel, it is now 10:28. Right, so we are about to close. I would like to hear your closing contribution. I'll start from the bottom, go up to the top. So it's Trinity Jones.
Hey, hello. We talking about that and you want to start in the bottom? Behave yourself.
Well, the date start in the bottom, so we're starting from the bottom.
Right.
Hey, so Trinitrons, after Trinitrons is Xavier, Chatter, Mr. Michael, Ms. Sharon Felix, and Mr. Focus. Trinity, I'm sorry I didn't bring you up tonight because I
Let me get Trinity. Let me get Trinity at 1 minute now, Candace.
No. I love Trinity. Trinity is very passionate about these things. And you see Trinity mouth, I love my Trinity, you know. But Trinity, darling, I spoke to you not tonight, honey. And if you feel you're coming up tomorrow to talk on that because I know your mouth loose, Trinity, I will come and meet you in library or wherever it is and I'll sit down on you. So Trinity Jones, let me hear your closing contribution.
Good night, everybody. My closing contribution is we need to demand answers. We need to demand answers. This is a child. It is the responsibility of every adult around that child to keep that child safe. Where is that? Why villages no longer raise a child? This has been happening to this child for 3 years. If he didn't have what it takes to tell his parents, if the village was paying attention, somebody would have noticed something. So let us not allow these little things to throw us off our purpose. Look out for one another, Trinbago. We need each other. We don't have the government support, but if we have each other, at least we could make it through. We could see the end. That is my closing comments.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Xavier?
Candace and Trinidad and Tobago, we must not let this situation rest. Don't feel that they will bring distraction. We will set this like an alarm, and every time we get the opportunity to speak on it, we will speak on it, Candace. We must not let this slide and go down the drain and then we forget about it. We will remind Trinidad and Tobago about the nastiness that has taken place under the watch and the tenure on the belly of this administration, Candace. We have to let Trinidad and Tobago know we will not sleep. We will not sleep and let the situation slide. That's my contribution.
Tata?
Yeah, Candace, good night to everybody again. Candace, I just hope the family could get justice, and I really hope the police could intervene and take this matter serious, and we could get some kind of closure and some kind of results for the family and for the nation. Because right now, like how people say, how much more children are being abused. You understand? So we just hope that how the family could get some kind of closure, Candace. That's my contribution.
All right. Mr. Michael, your closing contribution?
Well, Candace, what to say? What to really say when you hear things like these happening in a country? When big human being looking at little toddlers had to interfere with them. You know, I should have done this man who just blow bag in the parliament yard. I think he should have done set up people to hold the perpetrator this already. Because if somebody just says something on social media, all they go and lock them up. Why not lock up the person who committed this crime already?
Yep.
So I'm calling on you, Mr. Minister. Don't look small. Do your job. Don't only look up people politically. Lock up the people who do the worst crime to spoil that child's future. So I'm calling on you tonight. By tomorrow, please God, I should hear somebody was held for this act. So I'm asking you again, Mr. Minister, look into this very seriously. Because it's a child. And if this should go and slide under the carpet, it will be worse at another time. So put an end to this happening here, especially in your political office. Have a good night.
Thank you, Mr. Michael. Ms. Sharon Felix?
Well, Candace and guys, I want to say today is your brother by your neighbor, and tomorrow might be your turn. This is not something for us to take lightly in this country. Whether it's PNM, UNC, TOP, whatever it is, whatever political persuasion, we are citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. And when your brother's house on fire, wet yours because you don't know what's going to happen in your house. My thing is this child is family or alleges family to you. But what about others you must be interfering with that we didn't hear about? Let us hope that this year is a remedy for other people to come out and speak. If it is happening to you, let us deal with it. And let me say something, to all who want to defend this, it is undefendable. You can't defend this. You can't defend this because all of us have children. I have 4 boys. I have 4 grandboys. I have 4 boy grandchildren also. I don't want nobody to interfere with my grandchildren, my grandson and them. And I don't want nobody to interfere with my son and them. And I am saying tonight, it takes a lot out of that child's father to do what he has to do.
Yeah.
That is embarrassment for a father, for a son to go through something like that. It takes a lot. And I want to say to Xavier, I supporting you on that. This must stop and it must never happen again. We have to take a stand for something or fall for absolutely nothing. Trinidad and Tobago. We are all mothers and fathers here on this chat. And we don't want it to happen to our children. So I am hoping that the Commissioner of Police is going to put a thorough investigation to deal with it. And find guilty, you will pay the price. You will pay the price. And to all who want to encourage it, you too shall pay the price. And I go.
Thanks, Sharon. Mr. Focus.
Good night again. I want to say something. In closing, the minister does see all kind of videos online. They make sure they see you and Harry video and they lock you up. They see Olive Jack video, they lock you up. They see the next girl video, Douglas video, they lock you up. I hope they ain't playing blind to this video, you know. I hope they ain't playing blind because they say they're seeing everything and they're locking up people. So I hope I ain't play blind to that. And in closing, I want to say this to the gentleman, Matthew, who would have called. There was a test that Solomon would have asked for wisdom in the Bible. And 2 women would have come to him. One would have sleep on the child and the child would have died. We know the story. And Solomon saying his wisdom, cut the child in half. Because this one saying is this one child, that one saying is that one child. And the real mother said, no, don't do that. Better you give the one the child. He said, yeah, what's going on? I know this is your child. Because you was willing to give up your right. Give up your right and give away the child to save the child life. Now, anybody that is opposing to this story and prefer to not to take no action and or trying to encourage people to look about 20 years down the line because they want to make their government look good or make it look fair. Them have no humanity in their heart. And I pray that the Father, anytime anybody like that come about and have no humanity in their heart, I pray that the Lord take them. And with that, I'm out.
Thank you very much, Mr. Focus. And I want to, my closing contribution, I want to lift that family in prayer. And that young man, that child, I want to lift them up in prayer. Father God, in the mighty name of Jesus, I pray for that young man, oh God. Father Lord, you know the pain, the sadness, the sorrow, and the suffering that child would have been going through for those past 3 years. I ask you, Lord, to intervene. Give the father and mother and that child justice, oh God, in the mighty name of Jesus, oh God. Father God, I don't know what is happening over Trinidad and Tobago, this land that we once knew of, that was the land of milk and honey. Father God, take charge. Father God, put a hand. Father Lord, take charge tonight, oh God, as I lift the parents and that young that child in prayer. Ask you, Lord, to have mercy. Comfort them, oh God. Give them the strength to stand firm and see this to the end. And I pray for justice for that family. Trinidad and Tobago, I want all you to help pray for that family, for justice for that child, in no other name but in Jesus' holy and conquering name. I want to say thanks to everybody in the comment section. Thanks to everybody on the panel and on YouTube, everybody who made their contributions on YouTube as well. Thank you very much, guys. And we are about to come to a close. Right, so we hope to get more information soon, and as we get it, based on what we get, we will share. But Trinidad and Tobago, oh God, it's easy. It's easy. So again, thanks Sharon, thanks Michael, Chatter, Trini Jones, Xavier, Mr. Focus, Trinity, I hope you ain't vexed with me, but I know you're going to be emotional about this, and you might come up here and talk about back cat and front cat, and we can't afford to have you.
Candace, one question. I didn't hear from Kitty tonight.
Oh, Kitty had she had an engagement. She had something to do, and she messaged me and told me she wouldn't be able to come on.
Okay.
Yes. So blessed night, Max. And you know, somebody would have said in the comment, next thing they might try to lock up the father. Well, I hope that don't happen, you know. And we all must learn to be our brother's keeper. Only look out now. It take a village to raise a child, you know, or children, you know. Let us go back to the old time days where it had love, peace, love, and unity. Now this place, it is in a chaos. It is in a mess. It's upside down. Oh God, it's too much. Only pray like only never pray before. All religion, all ethnic race, all your children walk through all your house and just pray. Call on the man Christ Jesus, please. Oh God, it's too much. So guys, thank you for joining me.
Somebody asking you for this song, oh God, closing this song now, man.
Oh, this song, oh God, just on. Let me see if I can get it. Let me see if I can find back that song. You know, that song is I rely on. Let me see if I can get it. I can close off. I'll do that much. Who I would have sent it to. Let me see if I can get this song. Yeah, that is the national anthem for this program. And in case if anybody wants to know, the name of the song is Sandy Trinidad, right? I rely on.